Ladies and gentlemen, MrCropper here. Seems to me there are a lot of objectivists nowadays, more than I thought or realized, or people interested in objectivism. If Rucka and Charles II are any indication, the number of views their videos has is pretty high. What if we had an objectivist gathering? And I know that this happens under the auspices of the Ayn Rand Institute or whatever, but what if we had one where you didn't have to pay 600 or 800 or 1,000? What if you just had to show up? I don't know how big it would be. What if it was 5 people, but what if it was 50 people? I would like to put something together like that, and it could be for 2 or 3 days, probably. Two nights, 3 days, something like that. A dinner the first night, a day of nonsense, and then some sort of closing deal on the 3rd day. And the day of nonsense itself be like a thing, whatever thing, for objectivists who just want to get together. Like Objecticon. Is that a thing? But I don't want it to cost people a ton of money, because I know there are a lot. I know they've got student discounts and stuff. Maybe the venue just costs too much to get it to happen, so maybe we just have to do it like as people getting together at a cafe or something. Now, we could do it once a month or something like that, or this could just be a one-time thing. I did something like this years ago, the junta, I called it, Objectivist junta, and we all just got together and sat around, and some of us got drunk. I've quit drinking now, I don't drink anymore, but Objectivist gathering, the time might be ripe, and nothing came of that last one particularly, but well, I mean, I shouldn't say nothing, long-term bonds and relationships, but the zeitgeist might call for it or something like that. Jordan Peterson and everything. The time might be ripe. An objectivist gathering. Of what kind, though? I don't know, and where. I'd be willing to travel to it wherever it was. And for what purpose? So anyways, I want to put this in the air, and maybe this video will be the last thing I ever say about this, because there's other objectivist get-togethers, right? So what purpose would this have? So I don't know exactly. I just know that there are people who want to get together with a group of objectivists. Hell, maybe it should be a MrCropper-based thing. Maybe it should be like, come meet MrCropper, and maybe it would be 5 to 10 people. So, but that's one thing I'm thinking of as a project in the near future, to meet objectivists, to be around them, to see them. One reason that I came to this is because I was listening to Rucka Reacts videos and Charles II videos, and virtually nothing they say surprises me, because I'm an objectivist and I'm not learning the material, I'm not new to the material, I'm not trying to integrate the material, I'm past all that. I have a long objectivist knowledge base. So I learn virtually nothing listening to them. Why do I listen to them for hours? Because otherwise I have to listen to non-objectivists, and I don't like that. I would rather listen to objectivists. So whatever an objectivist is saying, it's like, at least he's not crazy and going off the rails, and they do say interesting, good stuff. Pretty, I don't know, like I say, pretty basic. I don't learn much. I guess I learned something. I don't know. I keep listening to it. So that's what I thought. I thought, it would be good to be around them more of them. If there's more of them around, too, and there must be, because these guys found Leonard Peikoff online and stuff. They were surprised that there are objectivists in the objectosphere who say that Leonard Peikoff is a little too spiky and a little too edgy. And then Charles II and Rucka Reacts went and watched Peikoff's videos, and they said, oh, I'm a Peikoff guy now. So, and I am too. I like Peikoff, and I like when he went berserk on national TV and was like spitting venom at the TV host. I'm okay. Go ahead, do it. Don't worry. Don't worry, because screw the world and let them do what they need to do. But if we're all just polite, even when we have a message that's at the 1% edge margin, if we just act polite, that's stupid. You're not being objective about the nature of your message and so on. So Peikoff was right to act the way he did, and I love Peikoff and always supported him. All right, so an objectivist gathering or a MrCropper gathering, what would happen there? I would be sober the whole time because I've quit drinking, so we could have actual classes or something. It used to be if I was around people I had to be drinking, but I don't drink anymore, so I don't know if it's going to be as perfectly fun as it used to be. I used to have a hell of a lot of fun. But whatever it is it going to be classes or is it just going to be talks? If it was classes, it would have to be very objectivist. It couldn't be some tangential thing like formal logic or the history of Greece, because there are objectivists who show up that don't really care about the formal logic or the history of Greece, but they would want to know about objectivism. So it would have to be objectivist-based stuff, or would it just be like a get-together thing and just see what happens type of thing? I don't know. This is what I propose.